Are you struggling with repetitive materials in panels and tiles? Don't worry, I'm here to help you solve this problem. Let's dive in. Creating floor panels or tiles can be challenging, especially when you download maps from the internet. For wooden floor panels, I often use websites with multi-textures such as CG Source or 3D Sky. On these websites, you will find a wide range of wood-board multi-textures that work great for your V-Ray for SketchUp visualizations. However, tiles for bathrooms can be trickier. You need to select a specific tile, and JPEG maps are often only available on the manufacturer's website. Luckily, they offer a wide variety of tiles to choose from. But what if you only have a single map of a tile? When downloading maps from the internet, ensure the size of the map is sufficiently large. It should always be more than 1000 pixels, with 2000 pixels being ideal. In my case, the map in the folder is approximately 1200 by 2400 pixels. Now, let's move to SketchUp and create tiles. It's not a good idea to create a new material, upload the map from the folder to the Diffuse tab, and apply it directly to planes. Let's take a look what happens. After applying the material to the selection and adjusting the map's dimensions, you will notice a repetitive pattern. All the tiles have the same pattern oriented in the same direction, which significantly reduces the visualization quality. Avoid using this method for tiles. Are you happy with this video? This scene I've been working on is part of my brand new V-Ray for SketchUp Visualization Course coming soon. Make sure to sign up for the list and you will be the first to know when it's ready. Check the description below the video or click at the upper right corner. Instead of using a single texture, I model the tiles manually. For example, if my tile is 119.8 by 59.8 cm, I create it manually, group it together, and then copy multiple times, leaving a small gap between them. Positioning the tiles correctly takes some time, but the final effect is worth the effect. Remember to create the first tile and group it. Then copy the tile multiple times, ensuring each tile is a separate group. Once all the tiles are modeled, select them all and group them together as one group. This approach ensures that the materials we create for the tiles will work perfectly. It's time to create the material for the tiles. In the Diffuse tab, I select Multi-Sub Map. For the default color, I upload a tile map from the folder. I set GetID From to Random and choose by Node Handle. In the Textures tab, we can add different tile textures. Since we only have one texture, I upload the same texture to all slots. I upload the first one and then copy it 3 times. Next, I apply the newly created material to the tile group and adjust the dimensions in the Materials tab to match the size of the tiles. That's it. Let's render the scene. When the tiles are modeled, our visualization becomes much more detailed. Unfortunately, all the tiles look identical. We need to change that. Let's go back to the material. First, I will focus on the color. We can vary the color of the tiles by adjusting the settings. I will set the gamma variation to 0.1 and check the result in the render. The variation in the gamma value is very high, which makes the effect too strong. However, now we understand how these parameters work. We need a more subtle effect, so I will change the gamma variation to 0.1. The effect is better, but in this case I think it's the best to set the gamma variation to 0. Still, remember that gamma, saturation and hue variations can be very useful for achieving interesting effects. Let's move on to our textures. For textures 0, 1, 2 and 3, I've uploaded the same map because I only have one tile from the internet. I will modify them by rotating and scaling the tiles. I'm not changing the first tile. For the second tile, I will go to the Texture Placement tab and rotate it by 180 degrees to change the direction of the pattern. The third tile will be scaled to make it larger. To do this, I will change the Repeat UV value to 0.8. Repeat UV determines how many times the texture is repeated within the 0 to 1 UV square. the last tile will also be rotated by 180 degrees and scaled using the Repeat UV option. And that's it. Now I have 4 different tiles placed randomly. Let's check the render. It looks great, however, if the tiles appear too repetitive, for example, when 2 identical patterns are placed one above the other, we can adjust the randomization. To fix it, I will change the seed value, which will change the randomization pattern. Let's render again, and it looks much better. Now let's check the render with all the accessories and lighting. This is our final visualization. The tiles look perfect and natural thanks to the multi-sub map. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Check out my website edac.org. You will find there many free content, very for SketchUp course and articles. See you there. Bye!